Hi guys, I hope that you're all doing really well. Happy 2024. I just want to start the video off by saying that. This is my first video filming in 2024. And I wanted to start the year off by doing a little Q&A and kind of explaining why I've been so inconsistent with my content recently. I feel like I've not been this inconsistent since I started my YouTube channel like many years ago, and I just kind of wanted to touch base with you guys, chat with you guys, and do a little Q&A. I actually asked you guys a few weeks ago to ask me some questions on Instagram, and I had the intentions of filming that a few weeks ago, but I just couldn't, and that's kind of coming to the first thing that I want to talk about. I don't know why I'm anxious because it's okay, like I'm fine to talk about it, but I don't know why I'm just like out of breath, anxious about it. I don't know. So I have been extremely burnt out, and I don't want to sound super self-absorbed and like, I don't know, like the world is only about me. I really don't want to sound like that, but guys, I felt, and I still do feel really bad. Like I can't put my finger on what it is, and it's like such a strange feeling. I have actually never ever been this burnt out. It kind of started towards the end of last year, which is weird because at some point towards the end of last year I was feeling really good, really positive. I was feeling so happy, so content. I was going to Pilates every day. Like I was feeling so good, you guys. And then at some point something just shifted and I just felt really bad. And I see a psychologist, so I've kind of gone through the motions with her and talked to her about it. And what's the worst thing about being burnt out is that I feel super numb. Like I feel numb to everything in life, whether that's, I don't know, like happy moments, sad moments. Like I just feel empty and numb, like I don't care about anything right now. And it's just like a really weird feeling. So if you have any advice, I did ask you guys on Instagram like for some advice, and a lot of it said the same, which I'm really grateful to you guys for even giving me your advice and your tips. But a lot of people said just go outside, go for walks. I've been doing that. Like I have been going outside. I go outside twice a day because I have my 2 dogs that I have to walk. I have been exercising. I definitely have been, which is something that my psychologist was happy about, and she told me, is that when people are burnt out, usually they stop exercising and stuff. I've been going, but I have to be honest, I've been enjoying it a lot less. At some point when I was going to my reformer Pilates studio, towards the end of last year, I was feeling like so excited to go there every single day. And now it's more like a chore to go, but I'm just happy that I'm staying consistent with it. And I'm gonna try and like switch up. I feel like I'm on a FaceTime, like I don't know, like a call with somebody, like a friend, but I'm just like ranting to you guys right now, but I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, so I've kind of started to resent exercising a little bit and stuff, but I'm still staying consistent with it because I know how important it is. I think if I stop that, I will go into like a huge spiral. So I've just been feeling really burnt out, and I have not wanted to film. I have not had any like creativity, like passion inside of myself, not with work, not with a relationship, not with sport, nothing, guys. Like it's not just about work, it's about life in general. I'm burnt out of life in general. And yeah, I don't think that it's gonna stay like this because I know that you always come out of things like this. I have always come out of moments like this. Not that I've ever been this burnt out before, but I've come out of really bad depression spirals. I've come out of other things. So I know I'm going to come out of it. I'm just so fucking excited to come out of it because it's been really long and I just hate feeling like this. And also I noticed myself recently being much more negative about life, like much more bitter and angry and judgmental and just not nice. And I really fucking hate that because that's not who I am, and that's really not my personality at all. Like it's really not. So for me to feel this way and have these kind of reactions, and I've been noticing it. So I'm trying to like, whenever I have this like negative like reaction, I'm trying to like switch it or change my train of thought or something, because it's not nice to feel that way. It's exhausting to feel negative and to feel angry and like frustrated and bitter and judgmental. It's just really taking like a toll on me. So I don't know, that's how I have been feeling for the last 2 to 3 months, I would say. Today I'm feeling better. That's why I filmed. And something that you guys should know about me when I film, I am not the lights, camera, action, let's go sort of person. That is not how I have approached my social media journey at all. When I film, it's because I genuinely want to film. I genuinely want to share with you guys new fragrances, or I genuinely want to talk to you guys about things. Whereas a lot of people, which I think is honestly better, they have their online persona, their person that they are, and then they are somebody different off camera in a good way. Like, it doesn't mean in a bad way, but they have that switch, the switch of on and off. And honestly, if I would recommend anybody, would be to do that, because when you come on like social media and you're like I am right now, like for me, because I choose to only film when I really want to and when I'm feeling passionate and when I'm feeling creative, it's very inconsistent and it really takes a toll on me mentally. But I don't want you guys to think that that's like a burden, because I love so much talking to you guys and to connect with you. It is literally the thing that gives me like purpose in this life, because like really, like I cannot tell you guys enough how grateful I am for you. So don't think that I mean that in a bad way. It's just, I find it hard for me personally, because when I film, it's because like inside of me, I want to do it. I'm passionate, I'm creative, I'm feeling really good and inspired. But if I'm not feeling like that, then it means that I'm not going to film, because I cannot fake it. I cannot be here and sit here and put a happy face on and just talk to you guys like nothing is wrong. Like, when something is wrong, you can see it on my face. So that's how I've been feeling. I am trying so hard just to like keep calm. Things are going to pass. I'm trying to journal as well, like most days, and I feel like it's quite good. Like I don't think I've been doing it long enough to see like results from it yet, but like I've been journaling my thoughts of how I've been every day, and to be honest, most pages are pretty negative. So I guess, you know, it's good just to kind of reflect on like my thoughts every day and patterns and stuff like that. So I'm trying to journal, I'm doing my workouts, I'm trying so hard, you guys, just to get feeling better. Like, I just want to feel better. I'm so sick of feeling like this. And yeah, anyways, I want to say how much I appreciate you guys and I love you guys, and thank you so much for anybody who messaged me while I've taken this break. I think the break was good for me, but do I think it really helped me? Not really. Like, I mostly was thinking about not filming on this break. Like, I really didn't switch off completely from everything, but that's okay. I'm ready. I feel like I want to come back. I want to film. I want to do stuff. Like, I'm ready to come back now. So anyways, guys, I am doing a Q&A today. I just went on a massive rant. I'm sorry, guys, but that was like a little bit of a life update of how things are right now. If you guys have any advice for me, it would be so much appreciated. And yes, thank you guys so much for all the people that message me. It just means the world to me. Even if I don't reply, I hate people that, yeah, I'm sorry if I'm not replying, guys, but I'm not even replying to anyone in my life. Like, I'm really sorry if I don't reply to your messages, but I see them. I love you so much and I really appreciate it. Okay, now let's get into the questions. Have you got any goals for 2024? Yes, I do have some goals. I mostly just want to, like every year, it's just about kind of expanding my knowledge, growing as a person. Like, I just always want to continue to grow. And if I look back at myself 1 year ago now, I grew so much. So my goal is just to grow even more, to become a more positive, stable, and healthy person mentally and physically. But apart from like those goals, I would say definitely with Sniff, I really want to grow Sniff as big as possible. it has really been life-changing having a business. It has been a lot harder than I expected, but I believe in Sniff so much. So that's why I'm doing it. I would not be doing Sniff if it was just, you know, for the sake of it. I actually believe in this project, in the app so much that I am, you know, I am putting myself through this. It's not the most fun job, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's not necessarily fun to add all of the new fragrances that come out on an Excel sheet and to follow up with clients and to do this and to do that. It's not the funnest job, but I'm doing it because I believe in the vision of what Sniff can be. So yeah, I would say to grow Sniff. Myself, I would love to launch my new collaboration, which is coming this year. It should be launching around May, and I just cannot wait for you guys to see it. So to launch my collaboration, to grow Sniff, develop personally as well. I have a lot of small goals as well here and there, but I don't know, I would say those are my main ones. Why Dubai? What does your average day look like? Well, Dubai, actually a lot of you guys know this story, so I'm going to quickly tell it. I got stuck in Dubai during the beginning of COVID because I came back here with Pierre. We were in Perth, COVID started, we went back to Dubai because we're setting up our business. So we were setting up Sniff at that time, so we needed to be back in Dubai. Obviously nobody knew what COVID was going to be and stuff, so we just came back here not knowing that the borders were going to close. And well, the Australian borders closed, and you know, the whole entire world was paralyzed for several months. So I never got to go home for 2 years. So I ended up obviously living and establishing my life here in Dubai, which I am so grateful for. Like, I cannot tell you guys how grateful I am for that weird like destiny that happened, because it was the best thing in the world for me to live here. And I'm just so grateful. So that's why I ended up living here. But even if COVID and stuff didn't happen, I still wanted to kind of have a change in my life. I have always lived in Perth my whole life in Australia, and I knew from when I was really young, I wanted to go away from home. Like, I knew that I wanted to live somewhere big. I wanted to do big things. I just had this feeling inside of myself. I knew it. And the step one was to get out of Perth. Like, that was always in my mind. I would always talk to people. Well, there was only very few people that had the same mentality as me in Perth, like maybe like 2 people. And I would talk to them about it and I would say, like, we just need to get out of here. And they would be like, yes, we need to get out of here. So I just feel like I'm very grateful that, you know, I managed to establish a life somewhere else in the world, somewhere so diverse and different and multicultural. And I love Dubai. It really feels like home to me. I love it for a lot of reasons. Whether you believe what you see online or this or that, there is no place on earth that is perfect. You have to remember that. There is no place that is, you know, the most, I don't know how to explain it, but there is no place on this planet that is perfect. And for me, there is many reasons why I love Dubai. Like I just said, it's super multicultural. You can meet people from everywhere and anywhere and have friends from all over the planet. Also for working in the perfume industry, it's definitely a hub. I feel like Dubai is a fantastic place to work if you work in the perfume industry. And I feel like they really nurture entrepreneurs and startups here in Dubai. There's a lot of different incubators that are funded by the government to help startups, to help entrepreneurs, which is actually, Sniff is a part of a incubator here in Dubai. It's a tech incubator called In5 Tech, and that is the incubator that Sniff is actually a part of. So yeah, there is just so many reasons why I love it here. And I feel like it's the sort of place, I think there's a lot of misconceptions online, like there is, I know there is, but Dubai is the sort of place that you make it what you want it to be. Like, you can live here and go out every single night and get, I don't know, like bottles with the sparkler stuff coming out of it, and you can go and party and do crazy stuff. Or, you know, there is many other lifestyles. You can have a super healthy lifestyle here and go to yoga and go to retreats and live like a very calm and like very smooth, easy life. Or if you want, you can have a very fast-paced, busy work style. It's like any other big city. It's like Paris, it's like New York, it's like London. So I don't know why Dubai specifically has this weird party, like weird nightlife reputation, but it's actually not like that. And my life is very, very, very normal. So the other part of the question was, what does an average day look like for me? Well, the last few weeks have not been like average for me. They've been a bit all over the place, but I would say an average day is like I wake up usually around 6 a.m. Sometimes I wake up before because I go to Pilates. So I go to Pilates really early. I go at like 6:37 and I like to walk my dogs before. So I will wake up around 5, take my dogs for a walk, come back, get ready, go to Pilates. I have started to drive actually. I'm so happy. I have started to drive in Dubai. It's only a very small distance to go from my home to Pilates. So I have been doing it. It's very stressful. It scares me a lot, but I have kind of made that deal with myself that I just need to drive myself to my Pilates class. Like I want to stop getting Ubers to Pilates. Like I can drive for 10 minutes in the car to go to Pilates, even though it's a little bit scary, I can do it. So that's like my, like a little bit of a challenge as well for me in 2024 is to drive a little bit more in Dubai, because I do feel kind of debilitated not driving. Like I hate not driving. Like I used to love it. I used to, you know, feel very independent with my driving, but now living in Dubai, I rely on taxis and Ubers and Pierre to drop me around places, and it's just, I just don't want to feel that way anymore. So I'm taking it baby steps, just going small distances, and then we'll see how it goes. Actually, a goal that I did have in 2024, another goal that's very, very, very important to me, and I really, really want to focus on it, is having a better schedule. You will know if you work from home or if you work for yourself. And I don't want to sound like a brat, because it's already really a privilege to work for myself, and I completely know that. But it is really hard to have a consistent schedule. I respect so much people that work from home that actually have a schedule. Wow, I am blown away by those people, because it is incredibly hard to be so disciplined to have like a schedule of your week, to plan out your week, and from Monday to Friday, you have your whole entire days planned out. From 9 till 10, you're on your computer. From 10 to 11, you go to a workout class. From 11 to 12, you have meetings. I respect those people so much, and my dream is to be like that. My dream is to be a very organized person and to have, more of a schedule when it comes to my working, because like I really don't have a schedule. I work Monday to Friday for sure, but it's a bit all over the place. It's like, okay, I'm going to do 1 hour of emails. Okay, then I'm going to eat. Then I'm going to go to the couch. Then I'm going to do this. Then I'm going to edit a video. Then like, there's no plan. There's no structure. And I need to have that structure, because it's taking a toll on my mental health, especially obviously dealing with this whole burnout. I believe that it started from not having a routine, not having a really good schedule with my work, because the thing with being an entrepreneur and working for yourself and everything is that you never stop working. So even on the weekends, you're thinking about work, you're still replying to messages, emails, calls, everything. And I am really sick of it. So I need to have like a way better schedule. I need to take care of myself. If I don't want to work on Mondays, for instance, I'm going to block off that Monday for self-care or whatever and start working Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And if I want to work on a Saturday, I can. But I need to come up with a routine that works for me, and is not, that works for me personally. If I prefer to work in the mornings, I'm going to block off like 5 hours to work in the mornings, and the rest of the day not going to work. Like I need to figure out what is best for me, because having Sniff, having my YouTube, doing collaborations, wanting to start other projects is just too much for me. It's too much not having a schedule. I need to have a better schedule. And I would love any advice from you guys. If you work from home or if you have your own business or something, tell me please, because it's like, I really need help. I even thought many times about having a personal assistant, and I know that that's like so crazy. I cannot even imagine having a personal assistant, to be honest. I would love it, but I cannot even imagine it. because I just need help to like organize my life, like really. And I'm 25, I should be able to do that by myself. So that is really my goal in this year, 2024, is to just be able to manage things better. Also, I feel like that has like my lack of like routine and stuff is very related to like ADHD, which is a conversation that I'm currently having. So I don't want to blame it on that, because I feel like people that have ADHD are like the most creative people, and yeah, just some of the nicest and most interesting people I've ever met. So I'm not saying it like it's a bad thing, but it is really like chaotic inside of my mind. But anyway, let's go to the next question. Is the new Black Opium over red worth testing? I actually just smelled it for the first time at the airport, and I loved it, you guys. I loved it. So I would definitely recommend testing it. I personally really loved it. I think that I will even get a bottle of it. A small bottle, but I really did enjoy it. What do you enjoy doing, to relax, recharge batteries, and take care of yourself? I like to be alone. I love to be alone when I need to recharge, relax. My dream, okay, this sounds so mean, but I love when Pierre will go away for like one night, whether it's to go to a friend's place or he goes in the desert camping. I love to have the apartment to me, for me, myself. And I feel that I don't get enough alone time in my life because I'm always with Pierre, and I love him, and he's the best person to be with because he's very calm. He has a beautiful, very stable and calming energy about him. He's really grounded. He's really just a great person. So no complaints about him, but I need that alone time. I could almost cry thinking about it because I really don't get alone time, you guys, anymore. And that's what helps me to recharge. I feel so good just having at least one day alone. Now, I know that some people, that's like their nightmares to be alone. I love it. I love to be alone, and then I love to clean my apartment so it smells good. I light a candle or some Palo Santo. I love to put on some music, maybe dance around my apartment. I know that sounds so lame and like really cringe, but I noticed recently that I don't listen to music anymore, and I don't know why. I have only been listening to like podcasts for like months, like maybe 4 months straight. I have only been listening to podcasts and no music. And because I don't go to the gym anymore, I'm only going to Pilates or yoga. I don't have like AirPods in, so I'm not listening to like music. I'm listening to the instructor's music that they're playing and speaking over, but I'm not actually listening to music. And I realized that like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, what? I literally haven't listened to music, and the feeling that it gave me to listen to it for the first time in like months, guys, it was crazy. Like I really had this huge like endorphin, like dopamine hit from the music, and it was just crazy. So I would say being alone for me definitely recharges my batteries. I love to be alone. I love to clean. I love to do my skincare. I love to dance around my apartment. I love to try on some clothes. Like, I don't know, I like to be alone, and that's how I like to recharge. What is the name of your podcast? It is Day by Day with Demi, and I have obviously, of course, not uploaded over there, but I think I will, extend the conversation over on my podcast. If you guys want to know more about a certain topic that I'm talking about here today, let me know and I will speak about it on my podcast, because I want to commit to it this year. I will commit to it. Not I want to, I will commit to my podcast. At least one episode a week is definitely manageable for me. And coming back to like scheduling and everything, I have a diary. I haven't started yet, but I have a diary, and I want to like write down days for each platform, like a day for filming all of my content for YouTube and TikTok, a day for doing my podcast, a day for editing, I have several days where I need to work on Sniff, but I just want to have more of like a schedule so that I know what I'm doing. Because it is quite overwhelming not to have a schedule and just to be like, oh shit, I have so much to do and I don't know when to do it. And anyway, so my podcast is called Day by Day with Demi, and I will definitely upload something over there soon, maybe next week. Just let me know, guys, what do you want to hear me talk about? If you want me to talk about burnout, if you want me to talk about I don't know, a relationship stuff? Like, what do you want to hear about? What is your biggest dream for 2024? It's gonna sound very sad, but I just want to be happy and content. And I think maybe that was my dream last year. Like, I'm just sick of, how do I explain it? Like, I just want to be happy in myself, but to be happy in yourself, you need to really work for it. So I guess I need to move my ass and work for it even more. I already feel like I do like quite a lot for myself. Like, I cook really healthy meals, I do work out, I take care of myself, but I don't know, like, I guess I need to do a little bit more to find that kind of inner happiness. Like, inner happiness is, if you've ever felt it, you know it's the best feeling ever, just to be content and happy with yourself. So that is kind of my dream, to find that this year. Because once you're happy with yourself, everything else in your life just feels so good. But if you're sad and you're down and you're depressed, everything in your life feels like shit. So it's like a spiral. So I really need to try to find that kind of like happiness and contentment within myself, so that everything else will start to feel really good again. Do you and Pierre have a team helping you on Sniff? No, it is actually just us. We do have an employee, but he is a digital marketing specialist. So his job is very specific to a certain task. He is not doing like emails, like client relations. He's not doing the media, the content, nothing like that, which that's not his job. Like, we don't expect that from him. He's very good at what he does, and he is the person that implemented all of like the affiliate links and the tracking. So he is the digital marketing specialist. Like, that's his position. We really need help. We're at the stage right now where we need help. We need some people. And I think the first person that we're going to hire is somebody in social media, just to keep things alive. I don't know if you probably don't even notice because we never post, but on the Sniff Instagram account, the content is really lacking. We're not posting anything. We're not keeping you guys updated. The first person that we want to hire for Sniff is somebody in social media to handle all of the content, graphics. We want to do some cool campaign ideas. We need somebody to help us with all of this. And then also we want to hire an in-house developer, which is very, very, very expensive. And as a startup, it's going to cost us a lot. But these are two things that are really, really important. Social media, we should be able to find someone not that expensive. I think it should be fine to find somebody for that position, but a developer is extremely expensive. So those are the two things that we really need help with this year. I would also say maybe a business manager, like a business developer, but we'll see. I just feel like we are at this point right now where we need to grow. We need to have more people on deck, because I don't know, some of you guys will notice, because I got a lot of messages about it, but in January we didn't work. We did not want to work, and we could not work. Myself, I have been feeling so bad, and like even to the point physically. So I told myself I cannot work in January, and Pierre has also not been, feeling 100%. So we told ourselves January we're not working, and we're really sorry to leave you guys in the dark. But it was really important that both of us took this break in January not to do anything. And I felt so bad because I got a lot of people messaging me about the raffle and the content and are we still alive, the new releases. I have a lot of work to do in the next week or two to do all of the new releases, which is going to be so much fun to upload all of that data, but it's okay. So that is the goal, is to hire more people, because like I said, I really believe in collaboration. I believe that you cannot build a business and scale a business to where you want it to be, like where we want Sniff to be. There is no way that it can be done with just Pierre and myself and one person. Like there is no way. So we really need to step it up and now hire somebody in social media, and also a developer would be incredible, but we'll see if we can afford it. But yeah, that is the goal with Sniff. I had some of you guys saying about burnout, so thank you so much for, just being so supportive towards me. How was your trip to Australia over Christmas? It was good. We went to Australia with Pierre's parents, so his mum and dad and Pierre and me, and we went to Sydney, we went to Melbourne, and we went to Perth. And yeah, it was really good. But I do want to say something about going home. It is such a weird feeling to go home when you live abroad. There is a lot of quotes online that perfectly depict what I feel when it comes to going home, and it's just a weird feeling to go home. And I wish I always want it to be better and more, I don't know, like more, like I always want it to be more than what it is when I go home. And like, I hate to say that because I don't want to sound like a negative, like whatever, but yeah, it always kind of makes me sad when I come back from going home because it wasn't what I wanted it to be, or it wasn't what I expected it to be. And I know that sounds like really, really mean or really bad and stuff, but it's just the truth. I never end up having like the best time when I'm home, and it really sucks actually. But that's okay. It was okay. My trip to Australia was okay. But I was really happy to come back home. The one thing that makes me really, really happy though, I will say, is how much Pierre loves Perth, where I'm from. I just feel like he's starting to really know it, and he's starting to love it. And that just makes me really happy. Like, I really feel like Pierre, he loves Australia. He really fits in Australia. It's almost like seeing him in like his element. Like, he's very happy, he's very content in Australia. So it just makes me really happy to see that when your partner loves where you're from and yeah, like enjoys your country, your home country, it feels really nice. So that's definitely something that feels good. But yeah, it is weird going home when you live abroad because I feel like I've missed out so much of life there. So it doesn't, you just kind of feel a little bit like an outsider, and that's okay though. Like, it's not necessarily a bad thing at all. It just feels like strange. Like, I just feel like I've missed so much, and it doesn't really feel like home for me anymore. Australia, it doesn't feel like home. It does feel like the place that I'm from because I am Australian, and there's so many things that I just love about Australia that you just cannot be replicated anywhere else in the world. But in terms of like how I feel, I don't necessarily feel like it's really my home anymore, which is a bit sad, but that's okay. I am happy that I went. I'm always happy to come back, and I think for me, going home like once a year is definitely enough for me. I'm very happy just to go back for, Christmas, around Christmas time. It's very nice to go back. So yeah, it was good. What made you passionate about perfumes? I was always passionate about scent ever since I was younger. Like, I always talk about the same story, but I would always wear my mum's perfumes because my mum, she had quite a lot of fragrances from my stepdad, Tony. He had Jean Paul Gaultier, some Chanel, very classic fragrances, probably more than that, but I just forgot his fragrances, except for Le Mal. I know that he wore that for sure. And my mum, she had Kenzo Flower. That was definitely the most memorable for me. DKNY Be Delicious. She had J'adore. She had a lot of fragrances, and yeah, I just have so many memories of going into her bathroom and just smelling them all, spraying them on. I used to wear the Kenzo Flower to school, and I got told off for wearing it. So I just always loved scent, always. And I started collecting perfume at a super young age, I would say. What was my first fragrance? I can't remember, but I got like one fragrance from like the Crown, like maybe like a hotel. And I loved smelling perfume. Then I got some Victoria's Secret, I got Dolce & Gabbana, I got a bunch of ones, and I just always loved scent. I didn't necessarily think that it was something that people were speaking about online, because when I started many years ago, there was like Jeremy Fragrance, Redolescence, Carlos, Brooklyn Fragrance Lover. There was a few people in the game, but not many, and there was certainly not many girls. Maybe there was like, I don't even remember at the time, but there was like no girls at all. So I did start at a time where it was much more exclusive to be reviewing fragrances, much more, like unique, I guess, niche. And So I didn't really know that people were you know, engaging with this sort of content, because it was kind of strange to me to think that people were talking about scent. But I loved it. It's like I already had my collection. I loved it so much. I would always get complimented on my fragrance. And so I came across, like, obviously the whole fragrance community online, which was so small at the time when I started. And I was like, I want to try reviewing fragrances. Like, I was already doing YouTube, but I was doing makeup, and I just decided one day, I was like, I'm gonna do like a video on my perfumes and see how it goes. And it ended up working super well, and I really felt like a part of a community for the first time ever while being online. And the feeling that I got after pressing post with that video, it felt so good. So I just wanted to continue. And then obviously my passion for scent just grew like exponentially in the following months. Like, I just couldn't get enough of this hobby. It's super addictive. I love it so much, and yeah, I couldn't be happier to be a part of it. I am going so slow. Let me see. Is there a perfume collab coming soon, or work in progress like New Into Me? Yes. I actually just came back 2 days ago from Saudi Arabia. I went to Alula, which was one of the most beautiful places ever, you guys. Like, really, the landscape in Alula is something really special. I'm very grateful that I got to go on this trip, and I got to go on this trip thanks to the brand that I'm working on with this perfume. So I just cannot wait. I have dropped some hints on like TikTok, on Instagram, etc. But I will make a video talking about the process. Now, I did want to vlog the entire process of the perfume making and everything, but I just feel like it's been very difficult because this company is not based in Dubai, they're in France. So it's kind of hard to like video things. And yeah, so I did really want to vlog everything, but I'm not sure if that's going to work anymore. But I can make definitely a video talking about the whole entire process and everything with you guys. But I'm really excited for this collaboration. It's been a long time since I launched a product, which was not actually my intentions. I wanted to launch something like 2 years ago. I wanted to launch something last year. I wanted to launch something obviously this year. And yeah, so it's been kind of hard to find the right people that I wanted to work with and everything. But again, this is something that I can go into detail maybe in a podcast episode if you guys would like me to talk about it and how navigating the industry works for me. Oh, you guys are so nice. Like, I really could cry thinking about it. Not a question, but please don't rush anything and take care of yourself. I love you so much. Thank you. Updated signature scent recos. I have a lot of video suggestions from you guys, like a top 10 fragrances that I would repurchase if my collection disappeared. I can do that. I can do a signature scent recommendations. How is your relationship with Pierre going? It is going really well. I am really, really grateful for Pierre, and you know, I really am lucky that he is such a calm and stable, really just, yeah, like I already said it in this video, and I know I'm using the word stable, like that sounds a bit weird, but I just mean that he's very grounded. Like, he's not in his head all the time. Like, he's very, you know, he's a very grounded person. He's very kind. He's just a very loving person. That's probably the word that I would use to describe Pierre. He's very loving, and that's exactly what I needed from a partner in my life. I needed to be with somebody that was really loving, and I realized that more and more every single day that that's actually what I needed. I didn't need somebody to play games with me. I didn't need somebody to, you know, withdraw their love from me and then give it to me, or like I needed somebody that was very grounded, that was very loving, that was very honest. Like, that's exactly what I needed, and that is exactly what Pierre is. Now, sometimes I think it's hard, like relationships are always going to be hard, like nothing is perfect, so don't think that our relationship is perfect. It's not at all, like at all. We actually just had, not an argument today, but a conversation today, because the other day I got really insecure about something, and because I'm in like a bad mental place, I kind of had like a toxic reaction to my insecurity with something, and I started to like just kind of ignore him and it was super immature. Like, we didn't speak for like 1 day over the smallest thing ever, like really ridiculous. And then we had a big sit down conversation today, and obviously like I apologize for being really insecure about something. So honestly, you guys, relationships, they're about communication. That is it. They're about communication, and you guys have to know one another. You have to know each other's weakness, each other's vulnerable spots, and things that trigger them. That's really, really, really important, is to know each other really well so that you know what you need to do if the other person is a little bit triggered or upset. If there is one thing that you need to know from just watching, I don't know, anything online, every single relationship has ups and downs and bad moments and everything, and nothing is what it looks like from the outside. So please do not ever look at somebody's relationship. I can do this as well. Like, I look at some people and I'm like, oh, like, how come that's not me? And then I realize, like, guys, it is so fake. It is such bullshit. Don't even compare your relationship to something that you see online, because it's not the reality. Do not do that, please. It's the number one thing to ruin your mental health, so don't do that. Okay, I think I'm gonna do what we call a quick fire answer. Will you ever do a video showing us your entire collection? Yes, I will do it when I move, because we're actually moving to a different apartment. It has been several months since we're supposed to be moving, but because we're doing a little bit of renovations in the new place, it's taking such a long time and it's driving me mental, you guys. Like, I know that there is nothing that can be done. I cannot scream and make things go quicker, and I would never do that anyway, but it's just so frustrating because this room, I'm looking around right now and there is perfumes all over my desk that don't fit on the shelves. There is clothes on the floor. There is a section over here full of shit that needs to go to the new place, and it's just a mess. And like, it doesn't feel good to be in this room and to film. And I've noticed that I cannot be really creative if my room is a big mess. I need clean, I need a nice organized space in order to feel happy and positive and good. And right now, this filming room and where I'm supposed to be making content is just a huge mess because we're in the process of moving, and it's just, yeah, it's not feeling good. But fingers crossed, the apartment should be ready in maybe a week. That's what we heard, but I'm sure it's more going to be like 2 weeks. So I think we have 2 more weeks in this place. And I'm just so excited to move, you guys. Like, we have really outgrown this space. Like, really, it feels now very small. I love our apartment. I love this place, but it feels like it's time to go, and I'm just so excited to get rid of it. Are there any new projects for Sniff? Yes, always. We have so many things coming for 2024. One thing, we are going to double our One thing that we're doing this year is doubling our entire database. So we have around 350 brands. We're going to double it this year. We're going to go all out this year, you guys. So yeah, and like I said, we're planning to hire people and everything. So I think that this year for Sniff is going to be a really big one. Yeah, I don't want to say too much, but there is a lot of things. Oh, how's non-smoking successful? Yes, you guys, I feel like one thing about me that I hate and I wish I did more, I don't think I give myself enough credit. And I know that that sounds like a little bit like, look at me and stuff, but I mean it. Like, I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I'm not saying that everyone should do that. Live your life the way that you do it, but those are 2 huge things to give up in life, and I did it. And I didn't even take time to like make myself feel good about it or pat myself on the back. I didn't make myself, feel good about doing those 2 things, whereas those 2 things for me are huge, especially, well, both of them are huge. Like, really, both things are so big in life. To quit drinking and to quit smoking, it's a huge thing. Drinking was so bad for me personally. I really struggled with alcoholism, addiction, binge drinking, just all sorts of things. And for me to give up drinking, it really was a huge thing. And smoking, wow, like that was fucking hard. Like, I'm sorry to say it like that, but to give up smoking, you guys, was so hard. Like, I actually felt not in my body for the first week of not having nicotine. Like, I actually disassociated from my own life after, and I checked online. I was like, what's going on? Like, it felt so weird to stop smoking. And I went to like a Reddit feed about it, and you can actually like go through like a really weird withdrawal of like being disassociated from your entire life, and everything feels like not real. And that's exactly what I felt like for, yeah, like a week, maybe like 12 days or so. And it was super scary because I just felt like, oh my gosh, I hope this feeling passes, because like it was a really strange feeling, really, really, really strange. But it has been, I have the date on my phone, but basically it was in November, early November that I stopped smoking. I have the date somewhere. And December, January, so now we are 3 months no smoking. I'm not gonna lie to you guys though, like I haven't had nothing, like literally nothing since I stopped. But since I've been feeling so bad, like with burnout and just empty, no emotion, stuff like that, I have been like wanting to have something. Like I have wanted to smoke. I've even wanted to have a drink. Like I've wanted to have something. I need to answer this. Hello? It's been so hard, and like I said, since going through like a hard time, I've wanted something. Like I've even had some days, and when I think about it, I don't actually think I would ever go through with it, because it's just not who I am anymore. I used to be that person, but not anymore, where I just wanted to like take a bottle of vodka and be like, fuck it, and just drink it and like numb myself, because not that I need to be more numbed, but like I just wanted to feel something, you know? And I used to be that person. Like as soon as something would go wrong, as soon as some sort of bad thing would happen in my life, I would drink my feelings away. And I'm not that person anymore, so I would never do that. But I have been feeling like just lately, like I want to do something, like I want to smoke something, I want to do something, like because I've just not been feeling really good. But I will get back to where I want to be. I'm sure of it. It just takes time, and it takes consistency. So I just need to try to switch my mind. If you guys have any advice, I would really appreciate it. So yeah, I have so many other questions, but I don't know. I think that I'm just gonna leave it there, guys. I will end this video with a little nod to my favorite perfume right now, because I got a lot of people asking about like current favorites and stuff. I will show you guys one fragrance that I am completely and utterly obsessed with. Maybe I'll even make an entire video on it. It is the new fragrance from Amouage. I actually asked Amouage if I could be the first person to review this scent, and they said yes, which I was so grateful for. But I smelled this last October when I went to the tax-free in Cannes. And I think that they could see from my reaction, the Amouage team, how much this fragrance just resonated with me. Like this is my signature scent right now, you guys. I am completely and utterly obsessed with it. Like completely enamored by this fragrance. It is called Love Delight. Look at the bottle. Oh my god, I love it so much, you guys. But the scent inside is pure perfection. This is exactly what I love in a fragrance. And what is even crazier is the guy that created this fragrance also created Rouge Malachite, which is my other favorite fragrance ever. He created Love Delight, Pascal Gorin from IFF. And guys, Love Delight, oh my god, this right now, I'm going to tell you guys what it is. For me, this is the perfect, absolute pure perfection that I have ever smelled. This is the perfect almond fragrance. Almond fragrance. This is the perfect almond fragrance. And I'm going to shock you guys right now. It doesn't even contain almond, but it has that almondy vibe going on in the scent. And for me, this is utter perfection. You have a lot of heliotrope, so it has this kind of powdery floral vibe in the fragrance. It's sweet. It has a little bit of something reminiscent of like a baked good, but ever so subtly. Please don't take that comment and run with it. This is not a gourmand scent, not at all. It definitely has a sweetness, but it's more of that almondy floral, which is just so beautiful, you guys. It's powdery, it's sweet, it's creamy, maybe a little bit nutty. It's just so beautiful, and it leaves the most beautiful cloud around you. I am obsessed with it. I would say though it's more feminine, so if you're a guy, try it, definitely try it, but I would say it leans more feminine. It is truly incredible, guys. Like, this is not paid, sponsored, nothing. I have found my, like, this is the best amouage for me personally now. I know that amouage has a lot of masterpiece fragrances like Epic, like Interlude, but in terms of what I personally want to wear, Love Delight is exactly what I want and what I wanted and needed from amouage. This is an almondy floral fragrance that is sweet and powdery, and it's feminine, and oh my gosh, like I have no words for it. So yeah, anyway, that's my current favorite fragrance. I'm obsessed with it. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for staying with me, supporting me, sending me messages, always being here to watch my videos. I will never be able to tell you guys how much it means to me, and I just cannot wait. So please give me advice, recommend me what I should talk about on my podcast, what I should talk about on my YouTube channel, fragrance suggestions. Tell me, what do you want to see from me? I really need to be inspired right now, guys. So please help me out and tell me, what do you want to see from me? I love you, and I will see you really soon. Bye.